excited to be here with you on another alumni breakfast. I think I have celebrated with you at all different places and times this alumni breakfast, and I tried never to miss it. Let me also acknowledge your council member, my council member, Brandon Todd, who I have to agree is doing an incredible job for the residents of Ward 4. And Mr. President and all of the members of the board, let me thank you for just being an outstanding model of what alumni can do for a school. I get to go all around the city to all of our high schools and talk about the alumni who really support the school, the mission, the administration, the kids, day in and day out, year in and year out, no matter what is happening in the city or in your own lives. And so I really appreciate it. I also appreciate you reflecting the joy of what it is to be a DC Public Schools graduate. Give yourself a round of applause. And we all have a lot to be proud of. I am very pleased about the investment that we're making. You do know in the last 11 years that we've invested over $4 billion in modernizing our schools. Last year, we invested lots of $1 million in our people in DCPS because our teachers had been working for 5 years without a contract, and we were able to get a new contract for our teachers. We invest each and every year making sure we have an up-to-date curriculum and engaging programs for our kids. We've invested millions of dollars in Kids Ride Free, so kids all over the city can get to school for free. And we continue to invest in the types of after-school programs that will keep children engaged in school. You remember the joy that you experienced at Calvin Coolidge, right? You remember the pride and the orange and the gray and football and all of the extracurricular activities. And that is the same experience we want to have for our kids. I dare say, however, that it's very different being a teenager now. You know what I mean? The world is different. It's more complicated. It's more harsh. There are many more choices. Some of them are very good ones, and some of them are not so good ones. And so it's up to all of us adults to make sure that we're shaping the experience for our young people in a way that they can stay engaged in school. And that's hugely important. Many of our young people will get that experience from their own families. Some of them won't be so lucky, and so they'll get it from extended families and neighborhoods and churches. Some will get it from foster parents, and we're going to honor an incredible foster parent today. And others will get it from the government itself. And so that is really our responsibility. Now, people frequently hear me say, in a city as prosperous as ours, we can do it. And make no mistake, we are living in a prosperous time in Washington, D.C., maybe the most prosperous time in our history. We are a growing city. Over 700,000 people call D.C. home. We haven't been 700,000 people in D.C. since 1971, when this wonderful class was coming out of Coolidge. That was a high point in our city of population. And probably the population of Coolidge also reflected the large population that we had in our city. And so now we are growing, and we've been growing for the past 15 years. And so our challenge is, how do we reinvest that prosperity? I get to go to conferences, talk to mayors all over the world, and almost every one of them would trade places with me. And the reason they would is because we're growing. You don't want to be a city where nobody wants to live or nobody wants to start a business. That's a tough town to live in. We're attracting businesses. In the last 2.5 years, we've been on the top of every list to attract the world's most interesting company, Amazon. That wouldn't have happened 20 years ago. We're driving crime down across our city, and these are among the safest times that we've ever experienced in Washington. Except in some communities, in some neighborhoods, they can't say that. So our prosperity allows us to do things to invest in our people in ways that other mayors wish they could. That's why we've been very focused. And Coolidge is a fantastic example. Coolidge will be the last of our comprehensive high schools that's modernized. Next year, we'll start the modernization of Benjamin Banneker, which will be the final high school in our portfolio that is modernized. And one critical investment, because of the alumni's participation that we're making at Coolidge, is making it a part of our focus on the health sciences and how we keep DC kids in good paying jobs. So many people think that DC kids should be able to get a good job in DC and afford to live in DC. And one of our highest growth areas are in the health sciences. I could go to just about any hospital in the district and they have a shortage of nurses. Why do our hospitals have to go overseas to attract nurses? We can train nurses right here in the District of Columbia, and that's what you will help us do right here at Coolidge. We also want to strengthen our partnerships with higher education, and Coolidge is going to help us do that. And so our kids, when they come to Coolidge, we want to be able to tell them you can go to college at the same time. And so not only is that going to help them with that good paying job, that's going to help mom and dad not have to pay for a year or two of college because you got those credits right here at Calvin Coolidge Senior High School. And so that is what is also hugely important to us. So I wanted to be here to just tell you how much I love and adore what the Alumni Association does for the kids. What I know too is that it makes a difference. It's not always apparent in a young person's life, but they recognize the joy that the alumni have, the pride that the alumni have in the institution, and we must teach them to carry that pride and the responsibility of carrying the good Coolidge name on with them as they graduate and as they become alumni too. So I bring you the appreciation of the city for being proud ambassadors of our city of DCPS and of Calvin Coolidge. God bless you all.
Alumni board around here, y'all come up just real fast. Alumni board, real fast, so we get the program going. And I tell a story while I'm waiting for them to come up. Now y'all know